Hey, Matthew, can you kind of just take us through what this week is looking like for you guys coming off a Tuesday night, uncharacteristic Tuesday night game and going through getting ready for the Vikings? And that includes obviously kind of juggling Christmas as well.
Yeah, I mean it's a busy week. It's going to happen fast for us. Like you said, Tuesday, first time I've ever played on a Tuesday, so a little bit of a different feel to it. Um, Christmas being Christmas, we may travel a little bit later. I'm not sure yet, but Sean will figure that out. But right now, we're worried about Minnesota Vikings playing as good of football as we can possibly play and trying to go get a win.
And do you have a reaction to not being selected to the Pro Bowl?
Not really, to be honest with you. Just go about my day, continue to prepare, try to play as good as I possibly can for the guys in our locker room and our coaching staff and our fans. So that's kind of how I feel about it, to be honest with you.
Thanks.
Yep.
Claudia.
Hey, Matthew. What was your reaction when you heard the news about Cam Akers being designated to return? Was it a surprise for you?
It wasn't a surprise just because I've seen him go to work since day one, since this thing happened. And I kind of knew where his progress was. But am I surprised that at the progress he's made? Absolutely. It's, unbelievable, the ability to to get his body back as fast as he has. I've never seen anything like that for that injury. I've never been around it personally. It's incredible. Both he and the guys in the training room and in the strength staff and all that have done a fantastic job getting him back to to how he is now. But yeah, I mean, seeing him move the way he's moving on the side and doing all that kind of stuff is pretty unbelievable.
Now you play in Detroit for many years and have played in Minnesota. What do you like about this challenge, of those conditions?
Yeah, I mean, this is a really good football team. You turn the tape on, they're a really good defense on third down. They're really good at getting after the passer. I turn the tape on. It looks like the same group of guys I played against for a long time. And really fast, really physical, do a great job on the defensive line, playing fast and aggressive. Two linebackers that are playing at an extremely high level and always have. Some guys on the back end that are making plays. Harrison's still directing traffic out there. So it's a huge challenge for us, from our side of the ball and trying to go communicate in that stadium, play in that environment is a big challenge as well. They do a great job of, their fan base being extremely loud and into the game, making it difficult on other teams. So it's going to be a big challenge for us. Always has been when I've ever been there. Just excited to go see what happens. Hopefully go out there and get a win.
Thank you.
Jordan.
Hey, Matthew, I know that the award season is largely a media creation, but in terms of what Cooper Kupp is accomplishing this year, do you think that he should be more so in the most valuable player conversation?
Yeah, I mean, I know how valuable he is to our team. He's a great player. He does so many things for our team, for our offense and special teams, all of it. He's a huge part of our success as a team. Not only for what he does on the field, but how he thinks about the game off the field, solves problems, does all those kind of things. So I don't really know. Obviously, I got no idea who deserves what and what award and all that kind of stuff. But I just know I'm happy to have him on my team.
And then just with the, obviously not the same circumstances you guys were dealing with last week and the week before, but in terms of a short week and the weather and whatnot, how are you guys adjusting practices, conversations, little extra things here and there that you can do to make up for it?
Yeah, it's another big mental week for us. It's a short turnaround. So physically, we'll get some work in tomorrow for sure. I'm not sure if we're going to do that here or down at SoFi or whatever we have to do to try to make that work. We'll do it. But it is a big mental week, trying to have conversations, solve problems, as we go along the way. Go out there, walk through some plays. We look at it and say, maybe let's change it to this, change it to that, get it done, right there on the field, kind of work with it. And so today was a great start to that. I imagine that tomorrow, will be a really intense day. Try to, put the majority of the stuff that we want to go out there and play with in and go from there.
Thanks, Matthew.
Yep.
Nick.
Hey, Matthew, how different does this team look now that Minnesota does not have Dalvin Cook in the lineup? What are the differences that you see or do you think you will see in this team?
Dalvin's a special player. There's no question about that. With the ball in his hands, he's as explosive as it comes, out of the backfield in this league. So, it's such a fluid situation these days with who's going to be available, who's not. You never know. I don't know. Who knows? With the new protocols, I think he could be back tomorrow, so we'll see. I don't know that that's ever happened, but, we're just going to prepare to go play the Minnesota Vikings, a really good football team. He's one of the players on that team that really makes it go on the offensive side of the ball. There's no question about that. So, probably maybe a little bit better suited for a guy that's got to tackle. Thank God I don't have to tackle him. I have no chance. But we'll see what happens at the end of the week. Really, it's kind of boils down to nowadays, you got to show up on Sunday and see who's out there and go out there and play.
And with the versatility that you guys have been displaying, especially against Seattle, you have more targets like Ben, you got OBJ, and obviously Cooper. How much fluidity do you see the offense continuing to go through every week that you guys are continuing to go through these games, and especially with all the disruption that you guys have had to go through with the COVID protocols and things like that?
Yeah, it's a new challenge every single week, trying to figure out ways to attack certain defenses. Seattle was its own separate challenge, and we did get some guys involved. I thought Ben played well. I thought Van played well. Cooper obviously had a great game. Odell, just not as many chances going around. We ran the ball great, so that was good. But I think that's when we're at our best, right? When the defense has to sit there and defend everybody. And if they want to do whatever special thing to try to defend Cooper Kupp, we got to do a great job of making them pay with other guys. And we've been able to do that enough to, still create those single one-on-one matchups for Cooper, where he's doing a great job of winning, and all of our other guys stepping up when they get their opportunities. That's what, offensive football is all about.
Thanks, Matthew.
You got it.
Gary?
Well, Matthew, I know you've been in this situation before during your career, but when a team has a chance to clinch a playoff spot like you guys do going into Sunday, does that get any kind of a heightened sense, maybe more than a typical regular season game?
I don't think so. For me, I'm just going out there to play the next one. This isn't the last one of the year, so we're just going out there to play the next one, and trying to do everything we can to come away with a win. I honestly have no idea what other has to happen, or if there is anything else that has to happen. We're just trying to go out there and win a game, and and then they're going to give us another one on the schedule, and we're going to go try and win that one too. So that's our approach. Pretty businesslike around here. Just showing up, doing everything we can to try to prepare for a team that a lot of guys in this locker room haven't played for a while, but I had a chance to play for a long time. So I'm trying to bring whatever tidbits I know about these guys to them and help us get a win.
I know you want to score a touchdown or lead the team to a touchdown on every drive, but Matt Gay has kind of been almost nearly automatic. What's kind of been your assessment of having a kicker like that available?
Yeah, he's been great. He's been absolutely, he's been great early in games, late in games when you need him most. He's done a heck of a job. He's made short field goals, long field goals. I took a sack or two last week that really kind of kicked us out of range. So I wish I could have given him a couple more opportunities. We could have had at least, at least 6 more points on the board somewhere there. So, he's been great for us. Every point counts in this league. You know how the games are close and got to have them. And we've got a guy that's been great so far and been really clutch. So it's been awesome to be a part of it.
And then finally from me, Daryl has played well, Sony playing well. If you guys were able to get Cam back at some point this season or in the playoffs, what does that do for you guys as an offense to have 3 guys like that available?
Yeah, I mean, I think, it's a good problem to have. It's such a physical position, at some point along the way, somebody's going to be dealing with something probably, we've had it come up this year already where we've been thin at that spot going into games, having Daryl deal with something here or there or whatever it is. So the more the merrier. I've obviously never played a football game with Cam. I've watched tape of what he was doing before, really last year. Got a little bit of work with him in the spring. Seemed like a really special player, but I mean, it's pretty unbelievable to see him, be able to do what he's been able to do. It's asking a lot of somebody, but he's been gung-ho from the start to get back as soon as he possibly can, try to help this team out, which is an awesome thing.
Thanks very much.
Stu?
Hey, Matthew, how has Ben Skoranek developed into somebody who's become trustworthy enough as a rookie to play multiple spots in the offense and be someone who can, be counted on to be that reliable of an option for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I think it starts with his knowledge. It was really important to him to know all the positions. I mean, that guy's studying, doing everything he can to try to soak up knowledge from all the guys that he has in that room. He talks to me a bunch, trying to figure out what I'm looking at as a quarterback. What am I feeling? What am I thinking? So mentally he's as good, from the neck up, as a rookie as I've been around at the receiver position. And then when he gets his opportunities, he just lets his, talent go out there and speak for itself. He's a big guy. He can run. He's got strong hands. So, kind of noticed that early on in training camp, and then he's continued to develop and he's played a nice little role for us.
Thank you.
And we'll wrap up with Jordan.
It's just one more for me, Matthew. As Steve Smith was kind of going for his historic season several years ago, he would sometimes talk about how teams would try to sort of bracket him off or defend him in different ways. And there was sort of a zest in figuring out how to break him loose or how he could break loose from that. Between you and Cooper, obviously there's been conversations with play development and things like that already throughout the course of the season, but in that specific arena, as teams do try to defend him differently, do you guys get kind of a zest, or is there sort of a creation that's going on in that collaboration of trying to figure out new ways to break him free?
Yeah, I think, both in the moment, in the games, but also beforehand as well. Hey, this is what it looks like on tape, but what do you think we're going to see? What do you think it's going to look like on third down for us on the first third down of the game last week, where they like to play one hole, but the whole player just runs and doubles Cooper? Okay, well, now we got to find a way to make him pay it, at another spot. And Odell runs a great route and catches it and gets the first down. So, it's also in play design, which Sean does a great job as well, trying to figure out what to expect and not just saying, hey, we're going to do what we always do and expect them to do what they always do. No, we're at the point in the season now where everybody's making adjustments. And, I think both having a little bit of foresight, but being able to adjust on the fly is a huge part of that. And then just being able to have, constant conversation and have smart enough guys that if you want to tweak something in a game, you can tweak something and then go out there and execute it.